It's mid-May, a beautiful evening. Let's see what's going on in the garden. It just started getting warm enough at night that I felt comfortable leaving my seedlings out and starting new seedlings. So here are the marigolds. Some are Dollar Tree, others are burpee or whatever. They seem to be growing just fine no matter where they came from. Down here I have butternut squash and some lemon balm. In the middle I have some Cherokee tomatoes, which are just starting to come up, and some eggplant. The eggplant seeds are a little bit older, so if any comes up it's great, but the tomatoes are kind of disappointing, hoping that they're just late germinators. All my squash, my yellow, green, pumpkin, all coming up great, no problem there. I've got several trays of them. I'm giving them away to whoever would like some for their garden, as well as holding some back from mine. The garlic chives, I've had to replant. Only one came up well, so I'm giving that another shot. Same with the sage. All the sage came up, then one day it all died. So I'm reseeding the cups here, and hopefully we'll get some sage, some decent sage this time around. I have some more seedlings here. Butternut squash I've transplanted. Some of my Roma tomatoes have come up finally. And got some cucumbers, which have been kind of yes and no. I also have some early girl tomatoes that were a little slow, but they finally made it happen. Over here I just planted a bunch of miniatures. Miniature tomatoes, miniature eggplant, miniature zucchini, and when I talk about miniatures, I mean the ones that you can put in a 1-gallon container. I also put some chrysanthemums at the end here. I moved some of my hardier succulents outside. It gets very, very hot out here, so I'm being kind of careful with what I put out here because it'll just burn everything up in a heartbeat. Garlic continues to grow. Rhubarb continues to be at a standstill. I have to look into why that is. I have had some potato plants that were growing in the compost, so I transplanted a couple, and they seem to be doing fine. Might transplant a couple more. I have this cool old stove that I have to clean up and move some stuff around from, but once I get the succulents kind of hardened out up here, I'm going to be putting them on the stove. I have some teapots and a frying pan. I kind of like to make a summer kitchen thing here. Raspberries are coming up great. 2 of the bushes are doing great. The other bush is just a couple of leaves, but I'm hoping it'll catch up. Here in the back I transplanted all my mints, my lavender, my chamomile and all that stuff, and the chamomile had a little bit of transplant shock, but it seems to be coming out of that. And I have this empty box here, the long rectangular one. I'm going to put my marigolds in that. Artichoke I transplanted. It's trying to decide if it wants to live, die, what it wants to do. I've always had very bad luck with artichokes, but I'm going to give this one my best shot. So far it's hanging in there. My grow bag continues to produce. Carrots are doing fine. The onions seem to be doing fine. Spinach there in the corner is doing fine. The zucchini is not doing fine. I had a pumpkin there that kind of burnt up, and the zucchini is too. So I have to spend the day here one day, a full day at the house, and just see where the brunt of the summer sun comes from so I can protect the plants while they're young. It gets so hot here. One of the neighbors is clearing out their old pot farm, so they were nice enough to give me one of their old grow bags and some soil. I also have some containers. I'm going to be putting squash, tomatoes, whatever will grow in a container of that size. All these beautiful wild sweet peas have suddenly started appearing. Absolutely gorgeous. They're all over the property. I've set up a little seating area in my little orchard here. Right in front of us, I think it's an apple tree. I've had mixed luck with my trees here. Some are okay, and then a couple of them just suddenly bite the dust for no reason. Look at my Fuji apple to the left here. Suddenly it just started drooping and died. I'm not sure what the problem is. They all get the same care and they're all in the same area, so I'll have to take it to the nursery and ask what I need to do. So here we are. Most things are doing well. A couple things are not doing well. I guess that comes with the territory, and as I learn, things will be better. Right now I'm happy with where everything is, and I feel I have enough different places here on the property to plant things, so if the sun is too hot in one place, I can move the pot someplace else till I find a really compatible place to put things. So anyway, happy gardening. Thank you so much for watching.